What would you do if someone gave you poor service? Not because you were rude, not because they were busy, but because of the color of your skin. Would you call them out, complain to management, or maybe let the receipt do the talking? Tonight's story is about a quiet dinner that turned into a moral showdown, one that left everyone at the table questioning who did the right thing and who didn't. Our storyteller and her mother were headed to an important dinner, a first meeting between her mom and her boyfriend's mom. The setting? A nice restaurant reserved in advance. Everything was planned to go smoothly. They arrived early, got seated, and waited, and waited. But this story wasn't about slow service. Not really. It was about what happened between the service. 20 minutes passed before their waitress showed up. No smile, no greeting. Just a flat, "What do you want to drink?" No pen, no notepad. When the drinks finally arrived, 15 minutes later, they were wrong. Not just one, both. The mother politely pointed it out, but instead of an apology, the waitress rolled her eyes and walked away with the wrong drink. That's when our storyteller excused herself to use the restroom. She walked toward the front to ask for directions, but what she heard changed the entire evening. Standing near the server station, she overheard her waitress speaking with the hostesses, loud, unfiltered, and offensive. She complained about being assigned to a black table, saying, and I quote, "They never tip well." In a nearly empty restaurant, she and her mom were the only black customers there. The message was clear. But instead of confronting her on the spot, she kept quiet. She asked for the restroom, composed herself, and returned to the table. By the time she came back, her boyfriend and his mother, both white, had arrived. And suddenly, like magic, the waitress became a different person. Warm, funny, attentive, drinks perfect, refills constant. She even started writing things down. It was like flipping a switch. The rest of the evening was perfect. Conversation flowed, laughs were shared, and dinner went off without a hitch. And as a gesture of goodwill, the storyteller decided she'd pay for everyone's meal. But when the server brought the payment machine, she typed in 0%. No tip. The waitress didn't notice until the receipt printed. By then, they were already standing up to leave. She tapped her shoulder and asked, "Was there anything wrong with my service?" Calmly, the storyteller looked at her and said, "Oh, your service was great, but I'm a black woman and we don't tip well, remember?" The waitress went pale, stammered something awkward. The storyteller smiled and walked out. Outside, her boyfriend's mom looked upset. She asked what had happened. When told the truth, she didn't side with her. She said, "You should have tipped her anyway. It shows character." Her boyfriend and mother supported her decision, but the moment stuck. And now she's left wondering, should she have just tipped a few dollars to be the bigger person? Or was the silent message in that receipt exactly what needed to be said? So now we ask you, was this a justified stand against quiet racism? Or should grace be shown even when it hasn't been earned? Is it ever wrong to respond in kind, even when you're right? Let us know in the comments. Was the 0 tip fair or too far? And remember, behind every story is a choice, and every choice says something. If stories like this make you think, make you feel, make you question, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more real stories that dive deep into life, relationships, and morality. New stories every day. Don't miss the next one.